Friends, in today's podcast, the topic is mutual fund data. Is it a cause for worry? For the past few years, it has become a habit on the part of media and the mutual fund industry to take inferences from data pertaining to flow of money into mutual funds. So there has been a tendency to conclude that as long as funds are receiving money, the risks to investments are lower. And once funds stop getting money or start seeing outflows, the presumption is that equity valuations could start to hurt. Now, this is a very simplistic way of looking at it in the current context. Here is why. Firstly, today you have a very vibrant do it yourself market where young millennials would rather try their own hand than give money to a mutual fund manager. We can debate the merits of this, but this is the trend. It is very reminiscent of what I did as an investor in an era when there were hardly any mutual funds in the private sector. Those were the days of Harshad Mehta, and everybody wanted to try their hands at equity markets. So everybody started putting some money and trying to do some trades, trying to buy some stocks, trying to identify new businesses, and it's all kind of playing around. I see a very similar trend now. Interestingly, what we did in the 90s didn't end well, and I'm lucky to survive to tell that tale today. Most of my friends who are happy go lucky investors or traders left the markets not to come again for a very, very long time. So, in that sense, I'm lucky to have survived those stupid times and learning to survive much longer. The present market is seeing a number of people taking money out of mutual funds and trying to invest on their own. Technology is a great enabler, but my experience with anything online is that it calls you to more action. Often, it calls you to more action than you need, and hurtfully, it calls you to action that will cause you pain. That's the lure of online. And online investing is doing exactly that to the millennials and those whom we very affectionately call today as Robinhood traders. But they'll still go through the motions. So we will see money move out of mutual funds into this do it yourself market. Today, 70% of the market volume is believed to be retail, which is stunning to say the least. And we'll probably see this number go even higher, which means that the risk takers in the market are people who are new to this and who are just enjoying doing what they do. But these come with a financial cost. The fact that somebody is disappointed with the mutual fund industry in the last 1 or 2 years is something that has a basis, but still, whether it has a basis for them to do what the experts are struggling to do on their own is for time to answer. I'm sure there'll be some survivors like I survived, and there are people who will come and tell you that story also later. But a vast majority of people who are now trading or investing are doing it for the thrill. And money and thrills don't stay together for long. You're either left only with the thrills, or if you leave the thrills, you will still be left with some of the money. So that is the setting that the markets are going towards. Meanwhile, mutual funds totally still control 25.5 lakh crores, which is a staggering sum. The negative news is that the SIP flows have become negative. A lot of people have stopped their SIPs and they're probably doing something else with their savings. and the net flows into the market has dwindled by 95% to a paltry 250 crores. Which means that though there has been a SIP of 7,900 crores in that month, it still has resulted in an outflow of money from other investments. So people have taken out a lot of money, resulting in a very negligible net investment figure. Now, my sense is that SIPs will still see a southward journey for quite some time. The reasons are many. One, incomes are now under threat. People are getting less salary income than they got before. Second, jobs are being lost. Third, the spirit of adventure, which the Robinhood traders want to experience, is seeing millennials move towards do it yourself. So they're stopping their SIP and trying their own SIP of stocks in the market, which means they're bypassing the mutual fund industry. And we will see redemption of monies by a lot of risk averse investors as the market volatility goes up. So this is the setting. This setting will play out for some more time. And one need not read too much into these trends as money may be flowing from an institutionally managed framework to an individually managed framework. So that is the only thing. Sure, it's going to benefit the online brokerages a lot, and investors should be very, very careful with what they do. We should reduce transactions, should reduce risks, and ensure that your asset allocation is much better balanced than it was before COVID. I'm not sure how many of you recognize the urgency of this, but trust me, these are very, very difficult times and where you need to be very, very cognizant of the risks you're taking. So that is something that every investor must remember, and you need not really read too much into the mutual fund figures. What you do with your own money is more important than what others are doing with their money. So a very small minority is going to prepare themselves well and survive this phase. The rest are going to take more risks and face the consequences. My advice, reduce your risks, balance your assets better, and prepare yourself for tough times, having lower return expectations, better risk management, and a longer investment horizon. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.